What's up, guys? It's your boy, Talton Robertson, back at it again. And on today's video, I'm going to be teaching you everything that you need to know about selling book sets on Amazon FBA. So let's jump right into it. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Talton Robertson. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller, and my goal is to help as many people as possible be able to sell successfully on Amazon. So if you want to sell successfully on Amazon, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss any of my content. So what is a book set again? It's just a set of books that were released together. So you may have seen book sets, or you know what book sets look like, but you may not know how profitable they are. And so typically when you're getting books like, say, this Harry Potter book, this is not worth much on Amazon. So if you're going to sell this on Amazon by itself, you might make 50 cents if you're lucky. Outside of that, you're going to lose money on this book. However, if you're selling it as a set, now we're talking profitable. Because sets are multiple books, typically you're going to get more money per book than you would if you were selling it individually, because it's a complete set. And when you're shipping that item to Amazon, it has a higher value, and so you're able to cover your overhead as far as your Amazon fees go. So book sets are super profitable, and it's nothing to be looking over. You definitely want to pick them up when you spot them. I have recently just been super lucky. Guys, I have went to maybe 6 different library sales in the past month where I picked up sets at all of them. And it's just crazy because I've sold some of these sets because right place, right time, or whatever the case may be, but these are sets that I know. And some of them I actually didn't know were sets, and so I looked them up. And so today we're going to be going over every one of these sets, how to package it up, how to prepare it for Amazon, and how much money are we going to make. So let's jump right into that process. The first step to that process is to get all of the books packaged up. And so once I have them all packaged up, you'll be able to see how that process is done. I will be doing that right here. I'm gonna move this chair, and that way you guys can see. But essentially, we're going to be packaging them up as sets. So by Amazon's rules, if you have a set of books, you need to have them all together, either in a box or a poly bag. Now this is very important. You're going to have one FNSKU sticker per set. So that means it is going to be considered one unit in Amazon's eyes. You do not want to try to put a sticker on every one of them and then bundle them up. That doesn't work, guys. So if you've made that mistake, I feel bad, but hopefully this video is here to shed some light if you really need help with this process. And so I'm gonna put this Harry Potter book back, but I'm gonna give you a nice clip of all the book sets, and we are going to start packaging them up. All right, guys, let's get these things bagged up. There's a few supplies that you will need to get started. You're going to need poly bags. I've got them in several different sizes here. You're going to need tape, and then you're going to need some sold as set stickers. And I'll show you the sold as set stickers when I get to that part. But the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have all of the books to each set. I've already done this in advance, so I know that each of these sets have all of the books. They're all in good condition. I've already done all of that, but you're going to want to do that first. And so I'm going to start out with this set way over here. This is the Second World War. by Winston Churchill. And so it's a 7-book set, and it's a very nice set. I have sold this set before in the past, and so when I saw it at the library sale, my spidey senses went off, and I said, hey, let me grab this set. They were only asking $5 for it. Now, in the past, when I purchased this set, I actually paid, I want to say either $25 or $30, and I ended up selling it for right around $90. So at $5, I took a gamble. I don't have any idea what this is going for right now, but I do know that it's probably going to be profitable, and so you will get to see all of that as well, I promise. So, first thing we're going to want to do is find a poly bag. And so we've got our poly bag here. If it doesn't fit, you got to go with a bigger poly bag. And I don't believe it's going to fit in this one. That one is my large size. So we're going to use my extra large size, which are actually huge. These things are huge. So they will work. So we're going to use the extra large poly bag. And you're going to get it over, get it in there. What I like to do is I like to pull it tight and fold it over. And then stick it. Gotta peel that off. And so now it's in the poly bag, but it's not really super secure. And that's okay. That's what the tape is for. Now that I've got it bagged up, we have it in a packaging so that the books will not separate. That is the most important thing. No one should open up the poly bag to try to separate these books. So let's get these sides taped down. I like to tape everything down nice and tight and clean as possible because the customer is going to receive this, so we want it to look nice for them. So what I like to do is I like to fold up the edge and then put tape across it. And that's a brand new piece of tape. So I just like to tape this down. And you can be generous with the tape. You just want to make sure it looks pretty good for the customer. It doesn't have to be perfect, but tight corners make it look better. So don't be scared to use a little bit of tape. And then that one side is much tighter. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Alright guys, this is what the finished product looks like. It's 100% poly bag. These books are going nowhere. And so I'm going to do this with all of these books. I'll have this all fast forwarded for you guys, so just enjoy that. hope you guys enjoyed that clip of me packaging up all these books and bundling them together. So now that we have everything packaged up in our poly bags, now this is the inheritance cycle. They're all like this. They're bricked up. These things are nice. They're not going anywhere. They're perfect for Amazon. So the next step for us to do is to list these books. So we're going to log in on accelerlist. And so if you don't know anything about accelerlist, that's okay. I have a video and I'll leave a link up here. But accelerlist is the easiest way to list your items for sale on Amazon.com. And so here is a batch that I have started. And so right here on accelerlist, you would want to scan the item. Now, most people think you can just scan this barcode, and that's not true. So when it comes to sets, your book sets have typically what they call a slip cover. And a slip cover is basically just a cover that goes over top of all these books. And so, for example, this Song of Fire and Ice, the Game of Thrones set, has a slip cover, and you can see it. It's all the way around it. And so this barcode actually will pull it up. So let's start with this one. See if I can get this one pulled up. All right, a Game of Thrones. And you can see I had one at one point. I sold for $26.74. But we're going to list with the new MSKU. And then we can see here that the used buy box is $22. And this is a good set. I'm not going to change anything about it. No need to make any notes or anything because it actually is in the slipcover. So this one is all good to go, and I will just add to batch. And once my sticker prints out, I got my FN SKU right here. I'm going to put it over top of this so that they can't scan that, and they'll scan my sticker, my FN SKU instead. And just like that, I've got my SKU on there. Now, the other important thing you want to do with sets is you want to put your sold as set stickers on there. And so what I like to do is put at least one at the bare minimum on here. But typically, I like to stick several on there just to ensure that the people at Amazon, they don't separate it. So sold as set, do not separate stickers. They're very important. Hopefully no one will open this up. They'll see that it's a set. And that's the first one. And that's it, guys. So let's go with a couple other ones. So right here, I'm going to type in inheritance cycle. Inheritance cycle. And see what pops up. And so we've got this one, which says paperback. And you also have this one, which has got a day is 61. But see, this one right here, the 4-book hardcover box set, this is more than likely the one you're going to want to sell it on. It's got the best rate, or the best rank, excuse me. And so sometimes you want to just go over to Amazon and just confirm that it's actually the same. And so we'll look at all the images. And yeah, all the same. So we're going to list under this hardcover set. So now that we've got this set up here, we can see that the used buy box is at $38, which is fine. There's 3 copies there. I might could get a little more for it, especially as quick as these things sell. But I probably wouldn't really get much over $50, in all honesty. And I'm just trying to sell them to get rid of them. I'm really just I bought all these sets. Some of them I bought because they're truly profitable, but some of them I got just for this video. This is one of those that, I picked it up because I knew I could make a little bit of money on. Nothing crazy. And so you can see here that at this price, our profit is $21. So that's not bad, FBA. So and then in our notes, we're going to want to say no box / slip cover included. That's it, guys. And so for here, I actually have 2 sets. So my quantity is going to be 2. And I'm going to add this to the batch. And the Dymo prints out 2 more FN SKUs. And same thing, I'm going to cover up this back barcode because that is the one that someone with a scan gun at Amazon is going to try to scan if you don't cover it up. And we're going to put some sold as set stickers on here. And so the inheritance cycle is actually a really easy set to find. This is a very popular book series. You can tell from the days of sales that it really does sell a lot. So even at my price of $38, like, it's going to fly off the shelf. I could probably raise it up closer to 50 if I want to hold it closer till Christmas, which is not a bad idea. But at the same time, I'm based on volume, so I want to sell it as fast as I can. So it's getting going at 38. All right, now here's another set I've never came across, and it's called the Baroque Cycle. And I would never be able to spot this book out or this set out. So this is thanks to the library that I picked these up. But they actually labeled them. You might be able to see book 1, book 2, and book 3 there. But Neil Stevenson wrote Quicksilver, The Confusion, and the System of the World. And so let's see if we can find that set. Baroque. How you spell it? Yep. Baroque Cycle. So, all right, here we are, 3-volume set. 8 sales per quarter, so it's not really a fast mover. We're talking 30 sales a year. But with these prices, I can get down with that. And so there is no new price related to this, and there's not really very many offers. So I really can kind of get what I'm asking for. Obviously, the FBA price is $89.99, so that's where I would probably shoot for going off the basics. But I just want to look at this and refer to Keepa and see what Keepa has to say. All right, and so we can look at the year, and you can see we've had plenty of sales this last year. It's a good product, but the price hasn't really been up super high. So that $80, that might be top asking price for it. So I'm going to list it at that. We can see that at one point it was new for $339. So it is possible that I could get a lot more for that. And just based on 8 sales per quarter and there's only 7 offers here, I think I'm going to match this $200. Very good offer. And we're going to call ours good and no box / slip cover included. And so if it doesn't have a slip cover, you definitely want to make note of that. And we're going to add that to the batch. FN SKU sticker over top of that back book. And we're going to stick 2 sold as set stickers on here. One on the back and one on the front. And I've taped these up really good, so no one should really be trying to opening this. They should, after picking it out of the box, they should realize that, hey, this is a set. It belongs together. There's not really a whole lot someone can do to mess this up unless they are intentionally trying to mess you up. So this is how I prepare my book sets. All right. So now we have the battles and leaders of the Civil War. It's a 4-book set. And so you may not come across this book set. I actually knew that this book set was a full book set because I had looked this same book set up at another library sale. And so this is why I pays to look stuff up, because they'll pay you back in the future. And anyways, when I was grabbing this set, and I knew it was a 4-book set because at the last sale I came across one of these and it was only the first 3. And so I had to make sure that it was a full set. And it was not, and so I didn't pick it up. And then at this next sale, boom, I got the full set. So let's see if we can find it. We have battles and leaders of the Civil War. And look at here, 4-volume set right there at the top. And we can see it's got pretty good sales and it fetches a pretty high price. I mean, $86. I can do that. And again, with the notes, we're just going to do no box / slipcover included. And that's it, guys. And then you're going to hit add to batch. And when you have your FN SKU sticker, you're going to put it on the back, just like the rest of them. And then you're going to put your sold as set stickers on the front and the back, just like the rest of them. And boom, we got another set taken care of. All right, guys, now you've seen me go through a few of these. So for now on, I am not going to actually finish the process because I know you guys just want to know how much are the sets worth. So let's just get down to that. And that way you can have an idea of what sets to look out for and how much they relatively go for. So the Winston Churchill set. Let's look that one up. Oh, we're not searching for help. And it's called Winston S. Churchill, the Second World War. And we'll see what pops up. Oh, right here on top. And so you can see $83 is what I sold it for. or at least that's what I priced it at originally when I did sell this. And this was back in the day. This is before I changed my SKUs. This is when I was really just getting started to some degree. I mean, I had listed over 3,000 books at that point. So anyways, let's go to list with new MSKU. And we can see $83.42. So this is on average an $80 book set from the last time that I sold it to this time. And so the fact that I was able to get this one for $5, that's awesome. So you can see it doesn't actually tell you your profit here. There must be something messed up here. But I would say you're probably going to get a solid $65 in profit. So yeah, book sets are great. All right. Come back to, I'm just going to cancel these and not go through them. Let's just look up the next one. All right. So the Hunger Games set. Now, a lot of people probably know about the Hunger Games. And to be honest, it's not really that profitable. It may not even be worth me sending it in. Actually, instead of typing it in, I can actually scan the barcode. Okay, there it is. All right. So now we can see here we have a used buy box of 1182 with 91 cents profit. So guys, this one, it's going to Amazon because I actually did a book clean out for a friend, and this was a nice set. And sometimes I just want to make sure that uh, things are getting taken care of. Just like someone could enjoy this set, and they'll be very happy that they got it at a super good price, probably right here around Christmas. And we can see that the new one is actually $60, but there's not really that many FBA offers. Well, maybe there is. It says 6 here, but that could be wrong. And don't trust everything that you get from accelerlist as far as the API goes. And so if you're not familiar with the API, this is basically the information, if you will, the data that accelerlist has access to. And so Amazon never shares all of its data with any third party, just to protect themselves. Only Amazon has that data. And so yes, they get some of the data, but it's not always accurate, it's not always right. uh, a lot of times it is, but not in every case. So with that being said, like, I might could get $15 for this and make $4 or $5, but it's not really a set you really want to pick up. If you get it for free, you might could try it. Honestly, the best thing to do with this is to post it up on Facebook Marketplace for $20 and send it. That would be the ideal way to make the most money for that set because they have the lowest fees and you still sell stuff relatively quick, especially if it's like that. So let's cancel this one out and let's move to the next. Now, this set I am unfamiliar with, but it's called Fablehaven. So it's a 5-book set. I looked it up at it was actually, like I said, it was at my friend's house. They had just recently bought a house, and they had a bunch of books left over, and I had to come in there and clean them out. And so this was one of those sets that were in there with the Hunger Games. And so let's look up Fablehaven. See if anything pops up. So let me try this. We'll just open up Amazon.com and we're going to type in Fablehaven. And so sometimes when you're looking up book sets, you may have to go on Amazon to do it because Amazon is consumer centric. And see, right here, box set. So this set, Fablehaven, we can see here that it's a paperback. This is the one that we're looking for. And we're going to want to come down and find our ASIN. Now, because I have helium-10, it might just give it to me quickly. Maybe not. Here we go. So that'll be fine. The ISBN. All right, here we go. Box set. And then we can see the used buy box is $26. And so we would make 13 on this set. So that's really good considering that it didn't cost anything. $13 to look it up. Not bad. Now this set I had to look up at a library. When I actually looked this set up, I was kind of flabbergasted that it went for this much. So we have the Julia Child Mastering the Art of French Cooking here. And so you can see it's a 2-book set, comes in a slipcase. So let's find Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Cancel this one. right here, the 2-volume set. Okay, so the price on this has definitely came down since I looked it up. Or this is a different listing than I looked at. But this was selling brand new for $100. So the price of it's probably just started coming down on it, trying to sell more units. But it was $100 when I looked it up. But that was a few weeks ago. So things like that do happen. And so we can see that the lowest used price is actually $53.56. That's pretty good. So at 56, our profit would be 37. So this is definitely a good book set to look out for. Most of the time you'll be able to pick this up for like $5. All right, cancel. Now I'm actually a little curious on this set. I believe I looked it up once, but I can't remember. But it's called Lee's Lieutenants. And so it's a 3-book set. And let's see if we can find that. I keep doing that. I need to stop doing that. Lee's Lieutenants. So here is the listing. And we can see it's about a $75, $68 book set. And if we want to just see what it's going for in the past, we can pull up the Amazon listing for it. And let's see what Keepa has to say. Here we go. Yeah, so Keepa shows that it definitely sold for at least $60 here. And there. And here it sold for 50. So it caused the price to jump, but the sale also happened. And so if you're not familiar with Keepa, I'll leave a video up here for you to look at that teaches you how to use Keepa to see what a book sold for. And anyway, so this book sells $50 all day long. So not a bad set to be on the lookout for, guys. All right, we're getting close to the end. Thank you for your patience. Now we're at the Civil War. And so this is the Shelby Foote, is I believe the author. And I've sold this book set before in the past. I picked it up at a estate sale one time. This is when I was really first getting started. And I picked it up at a estate sale. They wanted $10 for it. And at the time, it was only selling for $20 on Amazon. It didn't make sense to pick it up. But for some reason, I think I went back the next day and it was still there. And so it was half off. And I said, okay, I'll buy it. Well, for some reason, when I looked it up, it wasn't but $20. But after about a month or two, the price of it went up to like $90. And so I have no clue what it's worth today, but we will see. Let me take a look. I believe this is the set, but let me take a look at Amazon just to be sure, guys. Okay, yeah. So these are the 3 books. It's a 3-volume set. We can see that the lowest price is $41. Well, when we're looking over here, we can see that the new price is $96. And so the fact that I got $90 for it the last time I sold it was kind of crazy. I would honestly probably list it right here at the 70. I think $70, somebody's going to pay for that, especially when it sells 12 times a quarter. Now we can look at the Keepa chart. And you can see in the last 3 months, it's definitely sold right through here. But that's with a low used price of $20. So yeah, I honestly think I can get at least 50, maybe 70. But this is a good book set to look out for, guys. All right, now this is actually a book set. This was the first book set I ever sold. And so this one's, kind of cool. And I've actually read one of these books before. I wanted to kind of read all of them, but, I'm just not the biggest fan of fiction. I just kind of wanted to know how the story ended. And anyways, I'm parting ways with this book set. And when I sold it the first time, I was still wet behind the ears. I sold it MF for $16. And I know that that was the lowest offer. So I probably, sold it for less than what I could have. But this set right here is the Time Travelers. That's the book one, the Time Travelers. It's actually called the Gideon Trilogy. And this is a newer set. The actual original set is very old. So I believe it may have been reworded some, but I could be wrong. So let's see what this set goes for. So if you notice, when I look up the book sets, I try to look up the set names, not the names of the individual books. Uh, all right, here we go, guys. Paperback. It's literally the first one. And you can see, for some reason, it got listed at $83.95. I don't know why I would have listed it that high, but we're going to list with a new MSKU. And you can see this is the paperback version. And so here we're going to get about $21. So I probably didn't lose much money selling it MF, but it's a $20 book set, guys. And so these three books, if you see them together, grab them. I mean, you'll make some money, $10. So the last book set I have for you guys is the Harry Potter book set. And so a lot of people don't actually realize how to sell the Harry Potter set. So I am going to help you out with that, and you are going to thank me later. So let's do Harry Potter book set. Okay, so this says paperback. That's not the one. And so if that didn't work, let's try hardcover. Should narrow it down some. Right here, this is the one with the chest. You can see that the rank is 11K. This is the set. This is where you want to sell that set at. And you can see I've sold one that was priced at 110. I don't think I got that for it, but that's what I originally priced it at. So let's list with a new MSKU. And that 110 may not be too far off because the buy box right now is at $82. The used buy box. So yeah, I mean, the lowest offer is like $60. So this is a good set to look out for, guys. Never pass up Harry Potters. I mean, if you can buy them for $1 or two, like, buy them. They add up. Just make sure that you're getting them in good condition, and that you're not picking up paperbacks and hardbacks. Really, I don't pick up the paperbacks. Now, if you've come across a full set, definitely look it up and see what it's going for at the time and pick it up. But if it's not the full set, don't pick it up unless it's just the hardcovers, because those hardcovers, they add up. They really do. And because they're worth so much, then, when you have the full set completed, it'll be rewarding. And so basically I looked up and just found the whole set. And actually, I found another whole set of Harry Potters at a different library just yesterday. And I didn't have them over here at the time, but now I've got to send in two sets, which is really good because Christmas and Harry Potter's, they go hand in hand. 218 a quarter. So we're selling it super fast. That 82, 83, 84, They're all reasonable offers. Honestly, you could probably come in at $100 and sell it. And so definitely don't pass out on Harry Potter's. Now, you want to list it with the one with the chest, but you definitely want to make note that the chest is not included. So on that one, I would put box slash slipcover slash chest is not included. That's all you have to do. List it as good, used good, or used very good, whatever your condition is, and or acceptable, and keep it moving. All right, guys. I hope everything that you got from this video was super helpful. By now, you already know how to identify book sets. You already know how to package them up and label them properly for Amazon. And you already know a few different sets and what they're priced at. So you already have some foundation on what to be looking out for when you're going to thrift stores and library sales and estate sales. And so when you're outsourcing, just keep your eyes open. You will find sets. And believe it or not, when you do acquire the skill to be able to pick up sets, it just makes you that much better of a bookseller. All right, guys. I hope this was super helpful and that you got so much from this video. If you did, please drop a like and hit the subscribe button. My channel would really appreciate that. It's the only way I can really grow. So, a share, follow, do the thing. That's what I want you guys to do. And then also, if you need any help, you can go to towtonrobertson.com. You can actually send me a message right on the screen, and I'll be able to help you out, guys. I'm here to make some connections, learn and meet other fellow resellers. And so if you just want to stop in and just say, hey, that's cool. Hey, bro, what's up? And so don't be scared to go to towtonrobertson.com and just holler at your boy. Maybe you might read a blog, might learn something. And with that, guys, this is it. Y'all know what the deal is. Y'all stay out there, stay hustling, keep grinding, and let's just make our dreams come true, guys. All right.